Right? All right, all right. So great evening to each and every one of you. We want to say happy Tuesday, happy Testinonial Tuesday to each and every one of you that are joining us on tonight. To all of the guests that are getting on, we want to say hello and welcome. And to anybody who may catch this replay, we just want you to know that we are the team that is bringing this phenomenal juice back, right? This incredible superfood, this Tahitian Noni. And so every single Tuesday, you can know that without a shadow of a doubt, we are sharing stories of individuals who are simply saying yes to their health. And so I have a beautiful woman on the other side of the screen that I can tell you I am so thankful that she said yes to coming on here tonight to share her story. So I'm not going to tell all about her, but Diamond, I just want to say, let everybody know where you're chiming in from tonight. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to go ahead and we are going to get into the reason why we are all smiling from the East Coast to the West Coast on the fact that we have been the chosen ones, right? We are the chosen ones. So go ahead, Diamond.
Hello, I'm chiming in from Raleigh, North Carolina.
All right.
I am originally from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Hello, 616. Had to throw
Wow.
that in there.
I know that's right, right? Got to be proud of where you come from. Absolutely. So
Yes.
I love it. I love it. So you chiming in from Raleigh, North Carolina, where we were having that discussion. It's hot there, right? Where
Yes.
not quite as hot as it is out here in Vegas, but y'all are feeling some
Right.
heat, right? So tell
Yes.
everybody a little bit about yourself. What do you do, and just in general on how you got connected to the Tahitian Noni and why you're just really excited about being a part of this movement.
Well, I am in the healthcare field. So health and wellness has always been very important to me in general. So when I was introduced to this by my leaders, Tamara and Gerald Dennis, I I just knew this is where I needed to be. I was like, there's no turning back. You can't run from it. You got to go straight to it.
Wow. Wow. You know what? And I love it because of the fact that number one, you said when you were introduced to it, you just knew. And many times
Yes.
in life, we'll get that feeling. We'll just know that we really might not understand what's happening. We might not even understand the mission or the task
Right.
or the purpose that God has for us. But we get that feeling that, you know what, this is it. This is something that I need to embark upon, right? And so
That's right.
you've been here from the very beginning, right? Because we just celebrated a
Yes.
year, right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm a day one.
On day one, right? Day one. And so definitely congratulations on that, because there was no hesitation as we just pushed
Right.
forward, just knowing that God was going to begin to bless us on
Hmm.
this journey as we were, bringing this Tahitian Noni back, and as we continue to bring it back and to change lives. But you know what? I gotta go back a little bit before we move forward, right? And we're gonna get
Uh-huh.
into why you said yes. But I remember the very first challenge that we did, right? When we first got
Yes.
in, and we were all sipping on this noni, and everybody started to feel good, just started to see all the different testimonies. Our minds started to really get blown away about what this juice, because I don't believe any of us really understood what we were
Right.
connecting ourselves to at the time, right? But we
Hmm.
did this little transformation challenge that I'll never forget, because there were about 100 and some odd people that joined the challenge.
Hmm.
Everybody was excited about, you know what, let's go ahead, let's get healthy, let's lose some weight. But a lot of people fell off, Diamond, right? A lot of
They
people,
did.
right, right. A lot of people joined the team, but a lot of people didn't get in the game. And so people fell off. But you kept going. And
Yes.
so, we are literally 1 year around this circle, and your story is even that much more powerful because you were one of the transformation challenge winners that took home
Yes.
some of that cash, right?
Yes, I
Right.
took home $250. I sure did.
You sure did, right? That our company put on the table. And so
Yes.
that's huge, because here you are today, 1 year later. And, I hate to say it, but unfortunately, a lot of people that start they don't cross the finish line. You know, a lot of people don't
Right.
make it to continue and to move forward in their health goals, in their fitness goals, you know, in
Mhm.
their business goals and moving towards their dream goals. And a lot of times people, you know, really don't understand the vision and they may fall off or life may happen and things like that. But you're still here. And so I definitely wanted to bring that out because you
Yes.
have an incredible story on the Tahitian Noni, and it all started too with the weight loss. And so, as we get
Mhm.
into it, it's going to really help people to understand that when you have products that are
Right.
proven, when you have products and you actually lose weight in the right way, because there's a lot of people out there, Diamond, that's struggling to lose weight and they do
Right.
it in the wrong ways. They're doing all these shots and all kinds of nonsense, you know,
Yeah.
risking their health just to get this weight off, and then they wonder why, you know, within 2 years they end up putting it back on. So let's go
Right.
back. All right, Diamond, let's go all the way back, and let's talk about this journey, and you know, a little bit about why the noni is so important for you, and you know, some a little bit about what has happened thus far.
So when I, like you said, when we first got this product, I didn't know what it was going to do.
Right.
I just knew I needed to be there. So when I first started drinking, I was like, okay, the taste, I was like, it's something I'm going to have to get used to.
You know what? And let's talk about that for a little minute because I know, right? I was having this conversation with you, and I just had this conversation with somebody else right before we got on here today. And you know, and I was like, I don't play about my samples. And at the end of the day, if I give somebody a sample and they don't drink my stuff, or if they come back and say, you know, and at the end of the day, it's because people don't understand. Number one, it's healthy and it tastes good.
Right.
Really, it really does taste good. You know, it
It
may be an
does.
acquired taste for some people, but at the end of the day, I don't care. When it's something that's going to benefit your health,
Right.
why not? But you know, a lot of people feel that way. So I think that's good to point out, you know. So you had to get used to it, right?
I did. I
It's
did.
okay.
It took me a good week to drink it consistently for me to say, okay, it's really not that bad. Just drink it.
Right, just drink it. That's why the grape and the blueberry is in there. It makes it taste
Yes,
so good. You
it
know,
does.
first time I opened it, we drank it hot. And so we was like, okay, this is
Really.
different. Yeah, we drank it hot, but we was like, okay, this is different. But, you know, it
Mhm.
didn't taste, you know, bad. You know, it just really tastes like it's
Right.
a healthy superfood or juice. And then when I started
Mhm.
to learn the different benefits of what it would do, I'm like, okay, that's a no-brainer. So go ahead, I'll
Right.
keep going.
No, you're fine. But yes, so drinking it at first, I was like, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep drinking it. I'm just gonna do it. And it just started to slowly but surely. I was like, okay, I noticed I'm not as that much pain in the morning because I do have a skin condition. It's called
Mhm.
HS, and that causes me to have like boils in places that sweat. So it's an attack of my sweat glands. So in different places that are, get a little sweaty, I get boils.
Mhm.
I was like, I'm not in that much pain. Like I can
Wow.
actually move my arms, and I was like, okay, this isn't that bad. So I kept pushing. I was like, all right, let's keep it going. So I had surgery
Mhm.
on my armpits. It
Okay.
was literally like a couple of days after we launched, and I received
Wow.
my products. I was like, okay, I'm going to drink this and I'm going to test it to see. Okay, I had one armpit done without drinking this. I had this armpit that I'm having done while drinking this.
Mhm.
Let's see the difference between the two. So as I was drinking, and I was like, okay, this second surgery isn't as bad as the first surgery.
Wow.
I was
Wow.
like, okay, I'm a little bit more mobile. I took a full week off for the first surgery. The
Mhm.
second surgery, I took a full week off, but within a few days, I was like, I could have really went back to work.
Wow.
Like I really didn't need a full week off. I was like, I really probably could have gone back to work. Like I really wasn't in as much pain. And mind you, I wasn't taking painkillers.
Wow.
I was just drinking noni.
You're just drinking noni. No, you know
Yeah.
what? That's powerful because you know you had the surgery and you started to notice just how the noni your healing time from the surgery, which could have
Mm-hmm.
been extended longer, it actually
Right.
sped things up for you. And that's one of
It
the things
did.
that we can say when we look at the Tahitian Noni, that it really does have that incredible power where it's just going to go into your body. And because it's packed with all of those adaptogens, it adapts to
Mm-hmm.
whatever the area is that needs that assistance or that help, and it
Right.
literally is going to go into that area and to help to fix it. And I think that's like the most powerful thing when we look at this
Right.
juice, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so, I after talking to you, you share with me, about the skin condition that you were battling. I had to look it up, because that when I shared with you yesterday, I was like, this is like the second time. I had never heard of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this was the second time that it came my way in the past couple weeks. And so I just want everybody that's watching to know a little bit about, what you can't hear. Can anybody else hear? Can y'all hear over here? Um, um, about the skin condition that Diamond battles. And I noticed that it attacks the immune system, right? Right?
Yes.
It attacks the immune system, and it's a
Mm-hmm.
chronic painful, because I looked at it up, I'm just reading, chronic painful
Yes.
skin condition that causes boil like lumps, blackheads, cysts, and abscesses that drain pus to form under the skin. Right.
Yes.
And it also talks about how they heal slowly. And so that's even more powerful, right? Right. They heal slowly and
Mm-hmm.
they can reoccur. And there's really no cure for it. And it could be a very painful, lifelong skin condition that both women and men, you mentioned it to me,
Mm-hmm.
both women and men suffer with this skin condition silently, right? And it's pretty much
Mm-hmm.
because there's the overactivity of the immune system is what's going on, right? Which
Right.
causes that inflammation,
Yes.
right? And so, I did a little research because I like to know, what we're talking about, because people really just need to understand the power. Okay, I don't know what's going on over here on IG. They can't hear. People need to understand the power of what is let me just fix this over here, of what this noni does, because noni goes into our body and it literally
Mm-hmm.
is going to get rid of that inflammation. It is going to help to restore our cells and to regenerate
Right.
our cells. And so let's just talk about a little bit, just some of the things that you've gone through as far as the pain, because you were sharing with me how not only was it painful, but it was really,
Mm-hmm.
it's embarrassing to deal with. So let's talk
It
about that a
is.
little bit.
So yes, so as she was stating, when the boils come to a head, they do often leave like scars, and they will leave actual like pus and different things that most people don't want to see. So I'm often like walking around with like galls underneath my armpits and trying to wear looser clothing so that way it didn't like interfere with anything and I didn't accidentally like pull a bandage or anything like that, because even bandaging itself can be, it really does hurt.
Mm,
So you have to like pretty much like hold down everything as you're sitting there bandaging yourself, and you're putting on all these creams, and those things are costly. And
right,
they're
right.
also causing like all this pain and also like all this bruising and everything just from dealing with that. So even the bandages themselves will cause bruising.
Wow.
So it really is like one of those things where you can't help it. And then like, around your menstrual cycle, it's way worse.
Really.
Yes. So not only are you dealing with, your menstrual cycle and, sweating from that, pain from that, you're also dealing with HS at the same time. So it's one of those chronic like things that you're having to cope with like on a daily basis. Like I know people, I'm in a support group on Facebook
Mhm.
for HS, and I met people in this group where they even work, they're in so much pain. So
Wow.
they're like on disability. I'm fortunate enough to where I didn't have to be on disability or anything. I was still able to work through it and work through my pain. I do have a high pain tolerance. So that probably did help, but
Right, right.
yeah, I was able to still work through it. And it's just a blessing, to not have that pain every day, like not have to worry about what it is that I'm going to put on and not have to bandage myself, take even longer to get dressed, bandaging myself, just to leave the house.
Wow,
So it's been amazing. Just
wow.
having Noni, and since this surgery I haven't had any boils underneath my armpits, so I'm able to wear whatever I want and go out the house however I want, and not have to worry about that embarrassment, and not have to worry about that pain, or somebody might bump my arm, and now I'm sitting up here trying to act like I'm okay, but I'm really like fighting back.
Wow, wow. Yeah, that was a lot, and my heart goes out to you, but it's even greater for the fact that you found something, this noni that came into your life and really
Yes.
began to change it, to battle with such a painful skin condition. And even when I was looking it up, it's in like the top most painful diseases that exist,
Yes.
that the HS that you battled and you've been able to overcome. And so knowing that, and just, if anybody can ever, relate to any type of pain, to have to get up
Right.
every single day and to live through that, and to,
Mm-hmm.
even to listen to the fact that you had to bandage yourself just to go out to the house. And as you were sharing with me and you were saying, when people would bump into you, they didn't think anything of it, but you almost
Right.
wanted to cry,
Yes.
and so once you realize this noni worked for you, how did it make you feel? Like,
It was one of those things where you was like,
is it
is it
real?
noni? Like, is this real? Like, is this a noni, or what is going on?
Right,
It
right,
really truly, like, it took me for a loop. I was like, okay, day one, no pain. Day two, no pain. Day three, no pain. Just looking for the pain, You
right,
gotta start looking for it. You're like, hold on, this is supposed to hurt. This doesn't hurt.
right, right. And I know that that's pretty much everybody's experience. For
Mm-hmm.
me, it was the knee pain, the joint pain, and I looked up, and this is something I battled for years. My
Right.
dad, had to have bilateral knee replacement, and so knees ran in the family, and my knees are cracking, and I'm like, this is not good. But when I started to
Right.
keep on a noni, I'm like, is this real? Like, wait a minute, I can actually squat. I can actually
Right.
I could bend down and get back up and not hold on to anything. And you're
Exactly.
right. You're like, can it just be something as simple as juice? Right?
Right.
And I know that that's the reason why we're so passionate, and really just helping people to understand, to the point of, hey, we really don't care if people delete us, block us, whatever, because
Right.
we know that we're on a mission here, and we're going to do what we got to do in order to let the world know
Mm-hmm.
that we have the answer when it comes time to their health. I don't care what they're dealing with, whether it's
Right.
chronic pain, whether it's a chronic disease. And we
Mm-hmm.
got the clinical studies, the medical doctors that back these
Right.
products, and that's huge.
It
Anytime,
is.
Diamond, anytime you can have a juice that's listed in the physician's desk reference, right? You being in the medical profession, that
Right.
field, and this is a juice that people overlook. A
Mm-hmm.
fruit, a fruit that goes back to ancient medicinal history. And you got to think about it, back in the day, they didn't have medications, but they
Right.
lived longer than we do. Okay.
Exactly.
So here, clue, clue. What do you think they survived off of and lived off of, and got their nutrition from in order to be healthy? From fruit,
Mm-hmm.
from the earth, right? And so it's unfortunate that most people depend upon medications that end
Right.
up, fixing something and causing something else to happen. But, to know that we have this listed in the PDR.net, just go there, PDR.net, type in Tahitian Noni,
Mm-hmm.
and you will see all of the all the benefits. All right. It's going to help with your blood pressure. It's going to help with your cholesterol levels. It's going to help with your sugar levels. It's going to help with any type of inflammation. Right? Disease in your body comes from inflammation. That pain in your body
Mm-hmm.
comes from inflammation. It causes disease. The noni,
Yeah,
it does it all, right?
it
Right.
does.
So so that was huge for you to come in and to now find something that has been able to help you so that you're smiling again. You told me yesterday, you said, I could wear white again.
I
And that,
can.
you know, that right? And that may not sound used to somebody else out there. But when you battle with something like Diamond has, and now you can go out and you can put on something as simple as white clothes, something that many people would take advantage of, right? And now you're able to do it and to do whatever you want. So that is
Right.
huge. So congratulations on that. So
Thank you.
tell us
Thank you.
this. How much noni, because everybody always likes to ask, how much noni do you take, or did you take, or
I drink probably about good 4 to 6 ounces a day.
4 to 6 ounces a day?
4 to 6
Okay.
ounces a day. Yes.
4 to 6 ounces a day.
Depending on the day.
Depending on the day. You drink it all at once? You drink it throughout the day?
Sometimes it's throughout the day, but most of the time it's all at once.
All at once. Yeah. It didn't quit it. I love it. Some people,
Right.
I always get mine in the morning. And then
Me too.
now that it's hot, I find myself like I add a little bit of water to this, making the noni water to kind of sip on it and, use it in the different ways that it can be used. For everybody that's watching,
Right.
Tahitian Noni, this juice right here, hello, whether you want it on the go or this, it has over 100 uses. So not only can you consume it, but have you used it in any other way? You can put it on your skin. I know I had a headache. So what other ways have you used it?
I've had headaches, and when I found out about that, I was like, okay, let me go ahead and rub some on my forehead. I wish I would have known about this when I had the surgery, because I definitely would have put some underneath my armpits when I was trying to heal from that. I wish I would have known, but we were all new to this, so we were all learning as we went along.
Right.
But yes, and also, I have allergies from living in North Carolina that I didn't have when I was in Michigan.
Wow.
So sometimes I'll put it in my nose, like take a cotton swab and put it in my nose. And then my allergies, my sinuses will clear up. Give it a few, probably about a good 10, 15 minutes. My sinuses will start to clear up.
Wow. Okay. So for everybody watching, I know it helps with allergies. All you gotta do is swab the little nostrils. I've used it in another way in my nose, and that was when I found out that the clinical study out there is that it inhibits. That means stops the SARS disease. Hello, it inhibits. We have a whole study out there that this juice inhibits. That means stops it. And so whenever I go into big atmospheres, because I don't play, okay, whenever I go into big atmospheres, I have this empty Afrin bottle, and I make me some noni nasal spray, and I sprayed up my nose. And I can promise
I'm gonna have to try that.
Yes, I do. And so I love it. When I get on planes and things like that, I don't play games. So I take my noni nasal spray with me and utilize it. So that's incredible. So now let's shift, okay? Because I know you take some other products.
I do.
And so what are some of the other products that you take? And we're gonna move into, your other physical transformation. All right. So what other products you like?
I love the Rejuvenex.
Rejuvenex. We talked about this. Right? For the energy, the focus. So how has that helped
now? So I need it so I can stay focused on the computer and not doze off. Right. Not get distracted.
No, that's good. Diamond was sharing with me yesterday that she went from working in a corporate setting to now working at home, and where it could be a blessing, but then it could also be a challenge, just simply because you're used to that whole interaction with everybody during the day, and now it's just you.
Right.
And you're looking at you versus you throughout the day, right? And so she was saying how the Rejuvenex, which is for energy and focusing, it's really been able to help you, right? So that's good. Yeah, I love that product too. I fall in love with a couple other of our energy ones, but this one's really good when it comes time to zoning in and focusing, and taking a couple of those. And what else? What else you got?
And also the Slender Eyes, everybody's favorite drops.
Oh, I didn't bring them over here. The skinny drops.
Yeah, bring them over here. I got my box.
Oh, you got yours? The 2 little bottles, the famous skinny drops, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, everybody loves those. And just for
Yes.
anybody that's watching, they are not weight loss drops. They balance your
Yes.
hormones, which is huge. A lot of people out there are suffering as Diamond is pulling them out. They're two drops, a two drop system. And when you combine it with the Noni,
Mhm.
it's a game changer. Because the Noni is literally gonna be that foundation that there you go. You see her holding them up. The Noni is going to help you to build maintain the muscle, and if you need to lose weight, those drops are going to help to speed up the process of losing the weight, and alongside with the Noni. But on top of it, you'll lose the weight and you'll never find it again. But the whole purpose of
Right.
those drops is that they are hormone body balancing drops, which a lot of people don't realize. The reason why they can't lose the weight, right, they can't keep it off,
Mhm.
they're moody, they battle things like, being on medications of just trying to deal with life situations. It's because your
Right.
body, you're out of balance. And
Mhm.
even when it comes time to disease in someone's body, their hormones are out of balance. So what better way than to bring it back to balance? And so that's what we love about those drops. So you've been able to
Yes.
combine the two, right? The Noni
Yeah.
and the drops, known as
Yeah.
our Noni skinny body system. And so let's talk about that.
Mhm.
Let's talk
So
about the weight
yes.
loss.
So like I was saying about, not having to worry about people bumping me and not having that pain anymore, it made it easier for me to work out and actually lose weight. So when we did the challenge, that first challenge, I was like, okay, I can actually get out here and go to the gym and not have to worry about all this pain. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's get it done.
Right.
So overall, I've lost 25 pounds.
Okay.
Happy about that.
And you initially started to lose the weight when you won that
Hmm.
that first challenge, right?
Yes.
So how long has it been? Because I know you said that you lost to 25 pounds and you've been able to keep it off. So how long
Hmm.
has it been since you lost to 25 pounds and you just walking around here Noni skinny fine?
we we stopped that last September, so it's almost been a year.
Wow. See?
Yeah.
See, people just don't understand, Diamond. They just don't.
Yes.
They don't understand. When you got some products that real products and they're worth it. And sometimes it's crazy because I will talk to people and they'll be like, you know what, I was just getting ready to spend $10,000 on surgery. And I'm looking at them like,
Right.
are you serious right now? like, are you serious right
This
now?
doesn't
Like,
cost $10,000.
right. Like that's a huge risk, number one. And
Right.
why not do it naturally so that you could,
Exactly.
be able to keep it off, feel good,
Maintain that. Right.
maintain it, right? And so Diamond has been able to lose 25 pounds. And let me see, I'm gonna show everybody your, I think I can pull it up. Let's see, how do I do that? Yeah, I can do that. So I'm gonna show everybody your before and after on today. Let's see. Can y'all see that? Let's see.
Yes.
I think it's popping up. There we go. Look at Diamond, everybody. She is 25 pounds down on the Noni skinny body system. And man, how did it make you feel when you lost the weight, Diamond?
It made me feel great. I don't know if you remember that night where we were at the ball and we had on our black and everything.
I
I
do.
know for sure I came up to you and Lanika. I was like, this dress is a size 6. Like I haven't worn a size 6 since I was in middle school.
Right. Come on now.
I tried on that dress in the dressing room. I said, hold on, no trouble getting it up. This is a size 6, no girdle, no nothing.
Right. Come on now. That right there. Right. No girdle. That alone should stop the show, right? Oh my gosh.
Right.
You look absolutely amazing. And had it been a while in which you were trying to lose the weight? Because a lot of people struggle.
Yes.
Mm,
So, just working in all these places, eating a lot of fast food, it was definitely a struggle.
mhm.
And, even though I did have a couple of cheat days, I didn't cheat myself. That's
Right.
what I was most proud about. I didn't cheat myself. And I went ahead and I did it. And I felt better. I had more energy. That's probably why I can't sleep now. Like I'm just like thriving off of this energy.
Right. I know, right? And you know what? I reached out to Diamond last night. It had to be one something in the morning on the East Coast. And she responded. I said, girl, if you don't go and grab you some of that Renew and go to sleep. I said, if you don't go to
Definitely
sleep,
order your Renew. Don't be like me. Order your
right,
Renew.
get your Renew and get your sleep, okay? Because we are aging backwards over here. And
Yes.
I was sharing with our team, you know, even today, how the longevity industry is booming, right? It is
Hmm.
booming, and it's deemed to get even. It's like a 20-something billion-dollar industry, and it's deemed to be a $47 billion industry by 2030 something, maybe 2034, something like that. And
Yeah.
so imagine having this. So make sure you order that Renew, because I'm gonna need you to
Yes.
get your sleep at night.
I won't do that again.
Right. But you look good, you know, and
Thank you.
absolutely. And just congratulations on your 25 pounds down. You keeping it off. That takes, you know, discipline and just understanding that our health really is our greatest wealth. And when you have
Right.
products like we have that will help you to, you know, get to accomplishing your goals, and they
Hmm.
eliminate all of that pain that you were dealing with from, you know, having that skin condition, and now you can sit back and you can really be thankful and enjoy life even more. I know
Yes.
that you shouting it from the tops of the mountains, letting everybody know about your story and about
Yes.
this incredible Tahitian Noni, right? So Diamond, you got
Yes.
any closing words you want to say to anybody out there?
Just make sure you get your Renew so you're not up with me all night. Get your
Right,
Slender Rides, get your drops,
right.
and definitely drink your Noni.
And
Noni is
definitely,
doing great things for great people.
it really is. It really is. So, with that being said, everybody out there, we are really just excited about the fact that we are the chosen ones to bring this Tahitian Noni back. Every day, there's a different story. And I can tell you, sometimes these stories, they bring tears to our eyes. They help us to smile. They do so many different things. And just knowing what God has really blessed us with. So, if you watch this and you're battling in your health, get back with the person who shared this live with you and let them know what you're dealing with, because I can guarantee you, number one, this Noni is going to help you. And then if there's anything else additional, we have the answer. We really do, with proven products, medically endorsed, clinical studies. And that's really exciting because we know that the products flat out work. And if you're on
Right.
here, you see Diamond is not on here as a customer. She is on here because she said yes to helping us to impact a million lives, and she didn't think about it. She just got in the game. We didn't know what we was doing. We probably changed the presentation 50,000 times since we got started, right? We just right, but we just knew that God had a purpose here. And so we both made a decision to help other people. And by helping other people, we create some additional income. We're literally helping people to earn $100 a day and getting in with $29.95 and some product, and really understanding that you don't have to settle for what life is throwing you, but you truly can begin to create additional streams of income and be healthy at the same time. And when you combine health and wealth, that equals health and wellness all day long. So thank you so much, Diamond, for jumping on here today. I truly appreciate you. To everybody that's watching, share this live, tell somebody, and you know what? We look forward to celebrating every one of your stories, because we're going all the way to the top with this one. So get back with whoever invited you on here tonight. Say yes to you, and we can't wait to hear your story. All right. So good night, everybody. Join us back next week for another powerful story. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Diamond.
Of course.
See y'all later. Say yes.